Hello, everybody, and welcome, excuse me, to round 7. This season's Fuel Premier Series from Darlington Raceway. As always, my name's Matt Owens. I'll be your commentator and producer this evening. And welcome to the Darlington 136 presented by FRN. Well, I read I thought this was a night race. It might still be, I'm not sure, but I may have read it incorrectly. Thought it was supposed to be a night race, but anyway. It's a perfect day for racing in Darlington, South Carolina. We got 136 laps of action in store for you tonight. I thought I read that the green flag was at 8:40 p.m. Eastern Time in Sim, but if that's not correct, it's probably 3 p.m. We do have 3 extra sets of tires tonight, 75% fuel, as usual. And we have, for the first time since week number 2, a change at the top of the standings for the point standings here. The Fuel Racing League and the Fuel Premier Series. Chad Simpson now sitting atop the board, your championship leader, gaining a spot on previous championship leader, Christian Kendall, and is over a 33 points advantage at the moment for Chad Simpson over second place. But don't look too far behind because Zach Passon moving up another 2 after a win last week at Watkins Glen with an awesome battle between he and Jared Wakefield. Only 12 points, Zach Passon behind Christian Kendall. Ryan Kish, our opening race leader of the season, falls down to 4th after last week's road course. Only 10 points behind Zach. Lyle Swearingen around out your top 5, 21 points back from Ryan Kish. Got about 6.5 minutes left here. While we're on the topic of points, the way we score the points here for the Fuel Premier Series, we use a slightly modified Winston Cup formula to allow closer point payout per position. But we do have a bunch of bonus points as well for these guys to earn. 5 points for each of the following. Points for leading a lap, 5 bonus points for leading the most. For the fastest lap, for pole, and 5 points for hard charger. So whoever puts in, a legitimate qualifying lap and then passes the most cars through the course of the race will be awarded 5 bonus points. I haven't heard back from our potential in-race reporter tonight, so we are not going to have one this evening. So apologies on that. Woo, looking live right here as Zach Buchanan and Jared Wakefield both loose off a turn. I think that was turn 2. Yep, because now we are at Ryan Kish here at the exit of turn 4. So currently, our points, or our lap time leaders, we have Christian Kendall here with the fastest lap, that 08 car with a 29.675 after being eliminated from last week's race through no fault of his own pretty much immediately. Only got through turn 1. Bobby Sweeney in the 84 car. He's got our second fastest lap at the moment. That's not Bobby Sweeney. Come on. There's Bobby rolling off pit road in that number 84 car. He's got a 29.695, so just barely slower than Christian Kendall. Zach Buchanan in the 40. With a 29.696, 1,000th of a second behind Bobby Sweeney there. In third right now. 68 of Lyle Swearingen, also strong so far with a 29.732. Zach Passon, the inevitable one here in the 19, the 29.750. We have quite a few cars, the top 8 cars exactly, all within 1/10 of a second of each other. Next car, Jackson Robillard here in the number 98. Last week's winner, a scheme of the week. 29.754. Will Roberts had quite a lot going on this past weekend. I don't know if Will wants it all to be public, but congrats, Will, on everything that happened. Mitchell Welker was looking to run away with a dominant performance last week at Watkins Glen, but unfortunately money shifted, about 8 to go, killing his race. Kyten Bommersbach back for the first time in a while this season. Haven't seen Kyten in a little while in the 37 car. Might even be Kyten's first race this season with us, I'm not sure. But current points leader Chad Simpson here with the new scheme on that number 42. Like that Duracell scheme. Currently 10th at the moment. New addition, the 8 car Blake Warren here, making his season premiere. With obviously a very classic Dale Jr. scheme. 31 of Dylan Poteet back for the first time in a couple weeks as well. Hasn't gotten any practice yet. Still got 2.5 minutes to get some. But currently at the top of the boards, 0-8 of Christian Kendall here. Looking pretty fast this evening. Out of quite a few poles this year and led a bunch of laps, unfortunately, and not been able to capture a checkered flag yet. He's looking to change that tonight. We got quite a long race tonight here at Darlington. Going to be very challenging for these guys and girls out here for the Fuel Premier drivers. A big thing to worry about. Obviously you don't want to destroy the right side of your car. And this track is nicknamed the Lady in Black for a reason. And that is because usually by the end of the race, the walls are painted black with tire rubber. Yes, this is one of the most, if not the most challenging oval that any of these guys will face, because it is pretty much widely considered the most challenging oval to drive, I would say, in the NASCAR Cup Series today and even in the past. It is just so demanding. You have to be absolutely perfect around here to get the win. We look through the field here to see who else is out here taking some laps. Chad Simpson practicing a green flag pit stop. Very wise, very wise. It is extremely challenging to get off of the track and down onto pit road under green on this track. See 84. 84 there. Bobby Sweeney completely in the way, flipped over on pit lane. That is pretty funny. Like the new scheme there, Chad. Only 2 or 3 seconds left in practice, so let's go ahead and see who we are going to ride on board with tonight for qualifying. Always lose track of who we've watched and who we haven't, so we're going to ride along with, well, there we are. We're going to ride along tonight with Mitchell Welker. We're going to go with the gyro cam so you guys get to see the banking around here, see exactly what these guys have to deal with this evening. A lot of guys like to run the wall here in 3 and 4 and then cut down just a little bit while the tires are still new. You can see Mitchell sawing on the wheel. Very challenging turns 1 and 2. Turns 3 and 4, obviously completely different. The radius of the turns are much different. 3 and 4, much longer. Mitchell trying the low line here in 3 and 4 this time. All right, Mitchell comes across the line with a 29.591. That does put him on the pole at the moment. Currently, Zach Buchanan riding second. See if we can ride along with anybody else. Christian Kendall, though, just taking the pole away from Mitchell Welker. Chad Simpson, your points leader, currently sitting in 8th place. Chad getting some more practice in. He's already completed his 2 laps. And here is Kyten Bommersbach completing his 2nd lap. Going to place him in 6th place tonight. Oh, that was his 1st lap. I apologize. Let's see exactly how. Let's see if he can get a really good exit here off of 3 and 4. That looked really good. He does improve, but only just. It's going to put Kyten Bommersbach back in 6th place this evening. All right, about a minute and a half left of qualifying. So I'm going to go ahead and take my final break, and I will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, three seconds remaining. Got back just in time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your pole sitter for the evening, Christian Kendall in that '08 Sleep Token Chevrolet with a 29,574 is going to be your your pole sitter. Try to combine that with pole time. On his outside, Mitchell Welker, the 29,591. So your front row very close together here. Third place, we have the 40 of Zach Buchanan on the inside, right behind the 08. And to his outside, Zach Passon, last week's winner at Watkins Glen. We have fifth place. We've got the 68 of Lyle Swearingen. On the outside of him, we have Kyton Bommersbakken, that number 37. Next row, we've got Jackson Robillard's number 98 and Sarah Tessum on his outside. Jared Wakefield's number 72 is going to start off the next row with Brian Kish to his outside in 10th. Chad Simpson is going to roll off 11th. Chad's got some work to do today if he wants to keep Christian behind him in the point standings. To his outside, starting 12th, Evan Adams in the number 59 car. And for his season premiere, Blake Warren here in the number 8 car. Going to be rolling off 13th with Nick Sudik to his outside in 14th. Bobby Sweeney going to be the car on the inside there in the 84, all the way back in 16th. Dylan Poteet going to be on his outside. Will Roberts and Jared Dixon going to round out the field as the final two cars did not qualify. We are looking ready to go. The Darlington 136 here, the Fuel Premier Series. Christian Kendall going to lead us to green flag, not this time, but next time by. So this time by, the yellow lights on the pace car should go out. Got a pretty long race for these guys here tonight. 136 laps or 1 hour 7 minutes is going to be the time remaining for the session once the green flag drops. We do have 20 cars signed up for the race, with the 18 of Richard Hurst did not grid. All right, and the lights have gone out on the pace car, so next time by we will be getting the green flag. 08 has shown a lot of speed early on this season and continued that pretty much through every race thus far. His first sign of bad luck last week, where he got taken out in a wreck, not of his doing at all whatsoever. Christian Kendall going to look to rebound this week to try to retake the points lead. Current points leader Chad Simpson all the way back here in 11th place. Going to need to pass quite a few cars today to keep the 30 or the 08 of Christian Kendall behind him. But Zach Passon, last week's winner in that 19 car, on the outside in row 2, he's coming for the lead of the points. Won last week and has been strong all season so far. All right, 08 of Christian Kendall going to lead us to the line here. Going to wait for the green flag. Green flag is out. We are racing here in Darlington, South Carolina. Christian Kendall with a really good jump there. The outside line did not get going. Christian going to have the entire track to himself for the front, for the first lap here. Turn 1 and 2 away very clean for the front 5 or 6. Fairly clean getaway, it looks like, for the most part throughout the field. Maybe a little stack up for a few of these guys. But we are rolling here in Darlington, South Carolina. Ryzen Baker just barely getting into the server in time. Going to be one in early yellow. Sarah Tessum loose off of turn 2 or turn 4 on lap 1. The yellow is not out for the 70 car. Bad luck strikes again for Sarah Tessum at the beginning of a race. Christian Kendall comes around to finish lap number 2. The 76 of Mitchell Welker right behind, Zach Buchanan behind him. And then Zach passing in that 19 in 4th place, followed by Lyle Swearingen, your top 5. Looks like everybody pretty happy to ride single file for the moment. Just trying to get a handle on how these cars are going to handle tonight. No pun intended. As we see Sarah Tessum make it around the track to the pit lane to get her damage repaired. 76 of Mitchell Welker already peeking there to the inside of Christian Kendall. 76 a little bit loose on the exit. These guys are diamonding turns 3 and 4 there. We'll see how long that lasts. I'm sure eventually we'll just see them absolutely riding the wall all the way around 3 and 4. So far, so good for everybody in the top 10. Speaking of 10th place here, Dylan Poteet, not seen him in a couple weeks. Jared Wakefield coming off a very strong performance last week at Watkins Glen. Same for the 84 of Bobby Sweeney, already picking up a bunch of spots up to 13th after starting on the final row, or the second to last row. Chad Simpson already up 3 spots in that Duracell machine, right in front of the 52 Cheez-It car of Ryan Kish. A little bit of a breakaway here. The top 7 cars, all pretty much even spacing. 37 of Kyten Bommersbach falling off from it just a little bit. Not too much. Right behind the 98 of Jackson Robillard in another NASCAR Thunder paint scheme. I think tonight we're probably going to have to give Scheme of the Night. He's been a bridesmaid many times, not only in finishing the race, but also in paint scheme of the night. I'm going to have to go ahead and give it to that 08 and that Sleep Token Chevrolet. Kept finishing second, third in that paint scheme. And now he's going to at least take home 1 trophy tonight. Paint scheme of the night. There you go, Christian. Getting really close here between Zach Buchanan. I saw someone there on pit road that looked like a red car. It was the 8 car of Blake Warren. Going 1 lap down. Must have gotten loose on the exit. 19 is Zach Passon there, all over the 40 car of Zach Buchanan. Why don't we go ahead and ride along, see right here with Zach Passon and see exactly what these guys see driving around Darlington. Because this track is narrow, it is fast, it is slick. See all these guys right up against the wall. Oh, 40 car of Zach Buchanan catching the wall just a little bit. 19 of Zach Passon trying to stay under him, is going to complete the pass. Lyle Swearingen right behind also attempting to pass and is going to be able to get around the 40 of Zach Buchanan there. You're going to see that all night, guys, as these tires begin to wear and get hot. You guys are going to be sliding around. 98 of Jackson Robillard now peeking inside on the 40. As Christian Kendall in the 08 continues to lead, finishes lap number 11, starting lap number 12 now. The 8 of Blake Warren now leaving pit road, trying to run all the laps tonight. Jared Wakefield currently looking at getting past for this 84 car of Bobby Sweeney. Jared riding the top line. Not going to fight it too much, letting the 84 pass. Got a little bit of damage on his left rear, does Jared. Yeah, just a slight amount. Pretty big gap between the 10th place car, the 31 of Dylan Poteet, who was all over the place on the back straightaway there. 3-second gap back to the 84 in 11th place. Got a couple cars with some trouble. Evan Adams, I think, dropping off the pace a little bit. Nick Sudik, probably same. Looks like he's got a little right front damage here. Ryzen Baker still hoping for that yellow flag to come out before he goes a lap down. Sarah Tessum still fixing her damage as she's going to go another lap down here. You see the 77 of Ryzen Baker right there. And then here come the leaders, Christian Kendall, Mitchell Welker, and everybody else right behind. Zach Passon up to third place now. Just slowly charging forward after getting around the 40 of Zach Buchanan. Mitchell Welker not letting the 08 of Christian Kendall get away. About lap 15, these guys are really starting to feel the tire wear now. Yeah, these guys are swaying all over the place there on the exit of turn 2. So you see them starting to get really loose on exit there. You see pretty decent spread here. The top 1, 2, 3, 4 breaking away just a little bit from Zach Buchanan in the 40 there. Still a pretty sizable breakaway, though, from 10th place on back to 11th, as you see. Ooh, it's the 16 of Jared Dixon really loose off of turn 2 there. Ryzen Baker getting around Evan Adams on track. Just trying to stay ahead of the leaders here. See, they are getting a little closer. Far so good for the 08 of Christian Kendall, leading every lap thus far. And come around this time to finish lap 19 through turns 3 and now turn 4, getting a really strong exit. Mitchell Welker still thinking about trying to peek underneath the 08. Was able to actually get a little bit of a run off of turn 2 last time. 19 of Zach Passon loose off of turn 2 there. Come around to complete lap number 20. The laps are ticking off really quick. Like the 68 of Lyle Swearingen also thinking about peeking underneath the 19 there. Great racing so far. Everybody really, really close. The entire top 10, all within 3 seconds so far. And each person all within a second of the guy ahead. All the way back through 10th. So really competitive field tonight. Which is something you'd love to see at a track like this, which just naturally creates great racing. You can really hear the throttle modulation there on the 68. Lyle really working the throttle. great job so far, hanging pretty good in fourth. Christian Kendall still under immense pressure from the 76 of Mitchell Welker. But Mitchell not pushing the issue too much so far. Everybody looking pretty happy to kind of just sit where they're sitting right now. And this is one of those tracks where you just kind of have to race the track. You just keep driving your line, your speed, and you don't want to get caught up racing somebody else here, because that's how you can get yourself in trouble, and you burn the tires up, you get them too hot, you get caught on the exit of the corner side by side, and you slide up into somebody. A little bit of a battle here between Kyton Bommersbach and Chad Simpson for 7th place. Chad all over the back here at 37. Kyton trying to break the toe just a little bit there down the straightaway. This has brought Ryan Kish a little bit closer to that 42 car. Some action here, though, for 3rd place. The 40 of Zach Buchanan getting around the 68 of Lyle Swearingen, as Zach Passon looks to have dropped off a little bit from 2nd place. And it looks like maybe the 68 car becoming a casualty to the 19 of Zach Passon's mistake. I'm not exactly sure, because these guys were all extremely close a minute ago. That'll definitely happen here, especially if you catch somebody that slows down at the wrong time. This can be a one-lane racetrack at times, depending on how worn the tires are. But because of how difficult it is to drive and how much of an absolute bastard it is on tires, you still get a lot of really great racing. Chad Simpson actually got around the 37 of Kyton Bommersbach, and now the 52 of Ryan Kish around him just a few laps later. So 37 of Kyton Bommersbach just dropping off just a little bit. I think this is his first race of the season with us. Not surprising if he hasn't raced this car much. Kyton usually pretty competitive here in fuel, but this might be his first run so far in this new car. Oh, into the wall just a little bit there, the 37. That is going to give Dylan Poteet a really, really big run on him. Right along here with Poteet and see exactly how much ground he's able to make up over the next lap or so. A lot of throttle modulation there in turns 1 and 2. Ooh, Kyton a little bit loose. Might have even gotten a piece of the wall on the exit of turn 2 there. But he's catching back up to that 42. He's into the wall again. .31, Dylan Poteet scraping the wall there on the exit. These cars are starting to, they're starting to become a handful. Now 30 laps into the run. These tires are wanting a break. Dylan riding a little bit off the wall. Scrapes again, just slightly. '84 Bobby Sweeney also into the wall just a little bit. Will Roberts and Jared Wakefield still battling it out. Ryzen Baker 1 full lap down now, letting all the leaders pass. Looks like Ryzen might even be pulling it down pit road here. If he's not, I'd be, yeah, okay, he is. He definitely is. All right, he missed pit road. I'm not sure And looks like Ryzen is done for the night. 76 of Mitchell Welker right on the rear end of Christian Kendall here. He's caught right back up to him. He was about 3 or 4 tenths of a second back a few laps ago. Zach Passon and Zach Buchanan battling for third still. They have dropped Lyle Swearingen by 2.5 seconds. Lyle may have gotten into the wall at some point. Now we got a 4-car breakaway here. As the attrition is starting to stack up here at one of the most difficult tracks to drive in a stock car for sure, especially a round track. Closing just over 100 to go. These guys should be coming down pit lane very shortly. The 08, Christian Kendall into the wall a little bit, but he and Mitchell Welker both into the wall, as Mitchell Welker not able to close up to him at all on the straightaway. Looks like these guys might have to deal with their first lap car of the evening, the 87 of Nick Sudik right here in that Taco Bell machine. Mitchell Welker trying a different line through 3 and 4, a little bit lower than he has been. So, ladies and gentlemen, Christian Kendall started on the pole, currently still running out front. Having a really great race thus far. Second place, Mitchell Welker. Also still running where he started. Has kept right up with the 08 of Christian Kendall since the green flag dropped. Zach Passon up a spot from 4th, currently running in 3rd. Battling Zach Buchanan, and has been for the last 10 or 15 laps for 3rd place. These guys actually starting to catch up to 2nd place there, Mitchell Welker, as he scrapes the wall a little. 68 of Lyle Swearingen running exactly where he qualified. Ooh, is the 8 car fresh off of pit road there. Blake Warren into the wall on the exit. Next, Jackson Robillard of the 98, who's actually just been passed by the 52 of Ryan Kish and the 42 of Chad Simpson, our points leader, currently also trying to get around the 98. Chad Simpson up from 11th, currently our biggest mover in the top 10 for sure. So currently sitting in 7th place. Kyten Bommersbach started in 6th. He's dropped back just a couple spots to 9th. Still a good run for Kyten. And Bobby Sweeney going to round out our top 10, has gotten around the 31 of Dylan Poteet, who sits in 11th place. Will Roberts probably wanting a yellow to try to re-rack this field. Currently running in 12th, but started in 18th, so quite a bit higher up than he was. And then Jared Wakefield started in 9th. He's dropped a few spots to 13th. I think he got into the wall a couple times. Probably has a little damage. And then to round out our lead lap, Jared Dixon, currently running 14th, started in the back after not qualifying. So our leader, Christian Kendall, continuing to lead, looking to recapture the points lead tonight. But man, these two guys, Christian and Mitchell Welker, just absolutely driving away. Up to 2.5 seconds now on Zach Buchanan. Zach Passon behind Zach Buchanan. Yeah, these guys starting to struggle. I think Ryan Kish coming down pit road this time by, our first top 10 player of the night coming down pit road. Ryan Kish with usually a little bit different of a strategy, it seems like, from most of the guys. Ryan will probably still, has not entered his pit stall yet. Will go a lap down here on the pits. Steichel. we have almost about a second and a half fall off right now. Last lap, our leader ran a 31.2. His best, a 29.827. '52 of Ryan Kish just now off of pit road. Jared Wakefield also making a pit stop. Coming off of pit lane as we speak. 08 of Christian Kendall going to put Jared Wakefield 2 laps down though. Mitchell Welker in the 76 Fast Orange Chevrolet right behind that Sleep Token Chevrolet. Which one of these guys is going to make the move first to come down pit road? Now, Christian generally likes to go long based off of what I know about him, you know, racing with Christian. So we'll see if he does pull that strategy tonight. Zach Buchanan and Zach Passon still out on track. No one in your top 5 have pitted. Chad Simpson currently up to 6th place. Dylan Poteet also now coming off of pit road. Definitely wanting some new tires. This is what new tires looks like, ladies and gentlemen. We are gonna watch this right here. We're gonna go on board with the 72 of Jared Wakefield. He has brand spanking new tires. The 76 of Mitchell Welker, first, just kidding, is gonna be the first one onto pit road. But the 08 of Christian Kendall reacting, cutting down in front of Mitchell Welker there. Woo! Interesting. We are going to stay with the 08 and the 76. All the other leaders coming down. I think Keiten Bommersbach might have just missed it. I'm not sure. But all the leaders currently down on pit road. Will Roberts staying out long, as Will is wont to do. Usually will run a completely different strategy from everyone else. Oh, Christian slides long in the box. That is going to hurt him. But better to happen under a green flag stop than under yellow. 76 of Mitchell Welker should get out first. And he does. Not going to be a massive gap back to the 08 of Christian Kendall. Lyle Swearingen right behind Christian as well. A 42 of Chad Simpson also off of pit road. Let's see exactly where everybody blends back in. Zach Passon on his newer tires with the undercut is going to get out in front of Christian Kendall. That's how much new tires matter here. So to cycle out, Mitchell Welker to the lead. The 52 of Ryan Kish in second. These guys are right behind the leader, Will Roberts, who is staying out. You will see exactly what new tires means here on the exit. This is going to be, really tight, as both of these guys are going to fly around the 2 car. 52 of Ryan Kish going to be put in a disadvantage for his entry to turns 3 and 4 here. 76 of Mitchell Welker going to pull away. The 2 of Will Roberts coming down pit road to complete his pit cycle. So as they will run, once the cycle is complete, you're going to have 76 of Mitchell Welker out front, Ryan Kish in second with much older tires, Zach Passon in third, Christian Kendall fourth. And then to round out your top 5, you'll have Lyle Swearingen there in the 68. The 84, Bobby Sweeney, currently up to 7th. Really good job on his race so far. Will Roberts exiting pit road, going to have the newest tires. Ran as long as possible. So we should have one more green flag stop. These guys will need to fill up one more time. If we go green, expect pit stops around lap 95. Currently, Mitchell Welker with a half a second lead. Zach Passon is going to want to get around Ryan Kish as fast as possible. So since we have now completed our pit stop, our first pit cycle, I'm going to take a quick little break. Oh, they're going to wait for this battle here. Oh, Zach Passon looked like he was going to try to take the inside around the 52 car of Ryan Kish. Sarah Tesson with a damaged race car, trying to stay out of the way. That entry there is going to help the 08 of Christian Kendall mightily. 19 of Zach Passon is going to be able to get around the 52 of Ryan Kish here. 08, Christian Kendall going to try to follow that 19 to get around the 52. Shouldn't have much trouble, but Ryan Kish going to have the momentum on the running the outside here. Not able to finish the corner the way he wanted to. Is going to be passed by that 08 of Christian Kendall now. Christian up to third place. No, actually has not been able to complete the pass yet. Trying to slide up in front of the 52. Should be able to get the pass done in turns 1 and 2 here. Backs the corner up so he can get on the throttle sooner. The 52 of Ryan Kish, wow, driving around the 08 of Christian Kendall there. Yeah, that outside line is very strong. 52, oh, Ryan Kish with a terrible exit there. He must have had to get off the throttle completely. That will release the 08 of Christian Kendall to now try to chase down the leaders, Mitchell Welker and Zach Passon. But Mitchell Welker out to a 1 second lead over the 19. Christian Kendall a 1.2 behind the 19 of Zach Passon. As I will be right back. We'll take a quick little break. I will not send you guys to commercial or anything. Keep on watching the leader here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. Sorry about that. I do apologize. The issue I was facing has been rectified. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mitchell Welker, your leader. After that pit cycle came out in first, after that little bit of an issue from Christian Kendall, sliding through his pit box. But the gentleman with the fastest lap, excuse me, was Christian Kendall here, the 29.569. Excuse me. Zach Passon in second, though. Started fourth, pitted a lap or two before the 08 and the 76, and was able to leap the 08 of Christian Kendall. After that little bit of a mistake on pit road, Christian's currently sitting in third with the fastest lap of the race. Lyle Swearingen, another strong night for Lyle. Started in fifth, running fourth. Whoa! Got a little bit of an issue there between these gentlemen. Dylan Poteet into the wall slightly. Ryan Kish. Oh, the 40 of Zach Buchanan. Oh, slams the wall. Let's ride along here with Dylan Poteet. We're gonna go right into Poteet's cockpit cam. Whoa, the 40 of Zach Buchanan into the wall just a little. You can't tell these cars are tanks. A nice battle here for fifth place between Ryan Kish, Zach Buchanan, and Dylan Poteet. Only a second and a half behind that, though. The 42 of Chad Simpson currently running in eighth. The championship leader before the race. Oh, Zach Buchanan trying to pass the 52 there. Dylan Poteet thought about taking it 3 wide, but thought better of it. Zach Buchanan able to get around the 52 now. 31 of Dylan Poteet also able to get around him for sixth. 52 of Ryan Kish, though, going to try to take that spot right back. Is not able to do it. Oh, yeah, that 31 of Dylan Poteet all the way up against the wall there. But lap after lap, gap between the 19 and Zach Passon, of Zach Passon and the 76 of Mitchell Welker staying pretty much the same. 7/10 to 8/10 has been for a while now. Yes, earlier on we saw Kyten Bommersbach just barely make it onto pit road. I do believe he had a speeding penalty, or at least an entrance, like a violation there, and he is currently 14th, 1 lap down. Still 13 cars on the lead lap. Ryan Kish dropping back to 7th. He is now in danger of going another position down to 8th place. Chad Simpson all over Ryan Kish here. Let's go on board with your championship leader. Oh, big run here from the 42. 52 of Ryan Kish, giving him the top line. Oh, Ryan Kish down the bottom, though, to pit again. Very early here. Lap 69, down pit lane for the 52 car. Interesting. Mitchell Welker now starting to pull away slightly from the 19 of Zach Passon. Why don't we go ahead and get a through the field, or sorry, a turn it up. We're going to turn it up a little bit, guys, as we are just over halfway now. So you guys sit back, relax, turn up the volume, and enjoy some engine noise, courtesy of FRN. All right, as you saw during that turn it up, 42 of Chad Simpson able to get around the 31 of Dylan Poteet. Now up to 6th place for Chad Simpson, your championship leader. Just what he needs to do to maintain his championship lead. Zach Passon starting to pull up a little bit to Mitchell Welker in that 76 car. Last time by, he was about 6/10 back. He's about back to 7th now. Christian Kendall was the fastest car on the track there for the last several laps. Last lap not his best lap, but faster than Zach Passon, ahead of him. Christian with a really bad last lap with a 31.4. That's where that gap went. Was the fastest on track there for several laps, but ran a pretty bad lap last time. The slowest, actually, back to 11th. Jared Wakefield down pit road here for his pit strategy. Gonna come off pit road pretty strong here. Quick, easy pit stop. Zach Buchanan closing in on the 68. So we complete lap number 80. Ooh, 37 of Kyten Bommersbach into the wall. That 76 Fast Orange machine currently the fastest in the top 7, 8. Yeah, currently the fastest on the track last lap. So I think what will make or break these guys is going to be their pit strategy. Excuse me. Not what Mitchell Welker wants to see out of his windshield there. Got 2 lap cars here fighting. 16 of Jared Dixon going to try to stay a lap down. 37 of Kyten Bommersbach trying to only stay 1 lap down. Bobby Sweeney in the 84 car just now getting around Dylan Poteet as well. Because Dylan Poteet is down pit road. Would say a couple laps early. See how Mitchell Welker is able to get around the lap car. Zach Passon dropped quite a bit of time last lap. Yeah, ran a 31.09. 37 of Kyten gonna give Mitch a very wide berth. Same with Jared Dixon here in the 16, being respectful to the leader. Very easily could have made it hard for him, but did not. Christian Kendall, though, currently your fastest car on the track, the 30.6 last lap. Christian, the fastest of these top 3 again last time by. 3/10 faster than Mitchell Welker. Will Robertson, the 2, getting around Bobby Sweeney because Bobby Sweeney is coming down pit road. .40 of Zach Buchanan dropping off from Lyle Swearingen just a little bit, just ever so slightly. Chad Simpson, though, within a second here to the 40 car in front of him. Yeah, Christian Kendall starting to reel in the 19 of Zach Passon. This is exactly what Chad Simpson wanted to see, though, after Christian Kendall started on pole and led the majority of that first stint, if not all of it. This is exactly what the 42 of Chad Simpson wants to see at the front of the field if he's not going to be there. Mitchell Welker only going to run a handful of races this season, not going to be in contention for the championship win. But looking to come out here and play spoiler for a couple of these guys and get a free win, or not a free win, a quick win out here at Darlington. So far, so good for the 76. Zach Passon getting his doors blown off by the 84, deciding to come on down pit road to try to undercut Mitchell Welker. That's got to be what he's thinking here. He was able to undercut and get around the 08 of Christian Kendall. We'll see if Christian responds this time by and comes down to try to jump over Mitchell Welker, but I would have to think that Mitchell's going to come down this time on lap number 90. No, it looks like Mitchell is going to opt to stay out at least one more lap. The 08 of Christian Kendall, though, coming down pit road. Let's ride along with Christian here. See how he navigates pit road and see if he's able to get into his box a little cleaner this time. Make sure to get in a little cleaner this time by. Lyle Swearingen going to be down pit road as well. Chad Simpson staying out. Mitchell Welker down pit road this time. Christian Kendall is away. It's out of the pit stall, very clean. Mitchell Welker into his pit stall also cleanly. 42 of Chad Simpson now coming down pit road. That's going to hand the lead over. No, it is not going to hand the lead over to Jackson Robillard. It's going to hand the lead over to this man, the 2 of Will Roberts. The king of trying to stay out longer than everybody else. Looks like Will's going to be coming down pit road this time, though. Yes, he is. That should hand the lead back over to this man, number 76, Mitchell Welker. Going to hold serve here after the pit stop. Ryan Kish with the really early stop. Currently running in second place. Well, I guess third. Excuse me, man, I am tired tonight. All right. Will Roberts came down pit road last time by, so that will relinquish the lead back to Mitchell Welker here in the 76 Fast Orange machine. Ryan Kish going to be passed very quickly by the 19 of Zach Passon. 25 lap old tires for the 52 car. Maybe the 52 looking to 3-stop it. I'm not sure what, or stretch it to the very, very, very end here. guys do have one more set of tires. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Yeah, these guys do have one more set of tires. Christian Kendall, much closer. Well, no, not much closer than he was, but definitely closer than he was before the pit stop to the 19 of Zach Passon. Dylan Poteet currently in 5th place after coming down early. Woo! Really loose for Poteet there. But Zach Buchanan is charging towards this 31 car. 29.555 last lap for Zach Buchanan. The fastest lap of the race. Yes, fastest lap of the race right there for that 40 car. Looking for an extra 5 bonus points to take home tonight. Mitchell Welker coming around to finish lap number 97. And now I cannot stop yawning. I know these guys would love a yellow right about now. Oh, yeah, Jared Wakefield slamming into the wall there. I know Mitchell Welker doesn't want to see a yellow. He is 2.5 seconds almost in front of Zach Passon. Zach is either saving a little bit or starting to struggle just a little in 2nd place. Christian Kendall is starting to reel him in. So yeah, currently the closest battle is going to be right here for 2nd place. Between the 08 and the 19 of Zach Passon. $11 cars currently still on the lead lap. So and as we approach just under a third of the way to go, let's go ahead and get our one last through the field real quick. Your leader, Mitchell Welker, if he is able to hold on, will definitely take away a bunch of bonus points from that 08 of Christian Kendall for leading the most laps. So Mitchell Welker currently driving away from the 19 of Zach Passon. 2nd place, Zach Passon, dropping back a little bit from the 76. Falling into the clutches of the 08 of Christian Kendall, who I would say between him and the 42 of Chad Simpson was a chief championship rival, I would say. Christian Kendall with a little bit of a slip up on pit road, trying to make up for it to get around Zach Passon here. Gonna need a little bit more than that. Gonna need some help to catch the 76 of Mitchell Welker and have a chance at getting the win tonight. Great strategy call for the 31 of Dylan Poteet to pit a little bit early. Still 2 seconds ahead of the next car. Zach Buchanan. If this goes green, would assume that the 40 car of Zach Buchanan will catch him. But Dylan Poteet wanting a yellow before that happens to try to re-rack the field and get some fresh tires. Lyle Swearingen with a strong night. 6th place at Darlington is nothing to sneeze at. Started in 5th, been having a very solid run. Will, if this goes green, the strategy will work out. It'll bring him right back to 5th place. It'll be very hard for Poteet to hold these guys off. Chad Simpson, your points leader coming into the day. Started in 11th, currently running in 7th. Will have a shot at 6th place if it runs green to the end. So good recovery from a rough qualifying position for Chad compared to what he's used to. Bobby Sweeney, a strong night starting in the back, currently running in 8th. 2 back-to-back strong nights for this 84. Last week at Watkins Glen, really strong performance from him as well. Jackson Robillard, another good night. He did start in 7th, currently running in 9th. Still very smooth, no issues for the 98 tonight. And to round our top 10, Will Roberts started in 18th, not too bad, all things considered, I would say. Ryan Kish, though, in that 52, just now starting his 3rd stint. We'll get to him in just a second. Jared Wakefield in the number 72, currently running 11th, 1 lap down. Had a run-in with the wall quite a few times today. Probably also looking for a yellow to re-rack things and try to improve his position tonight. Jared Dixon, solid race, started in the back. Barely hopped on in time, I think. Wasn't able to get back to me tonight to be our in-race reporter. We'll hit him up again next week. Well, here we go. The 52 of Ryan Kish pitting from 3rd or 4th at the time, and now only 4 laps on his tires, but is 12 seconds behind Jared Dixon. So a lot going to have to happen here for Ryan to catch up to these guys. Zach Buchanan all over the rear end of the 31 of Dylan Poteet, as we expected. He's able to get around the car with much older tires. Poteet now going to get passed by the 68 of Lyle Swearingen as well. So yeah, Chad Simpson's 6th place is in sight. Looks like those tires for Poteet have completely fallen off. But it was a really great call to try to gain a few extra spots going into this final run, hoping for a yellow. But right now, we got a really big battle for 2nd place. Christian Kendall all over Zach Passon. Going to be very, very hard to get around him. As we've seen, I don't think we've seen a pass for the top 3 outside of maybe lap 5 or 6. Once these guys got strung out, we have not seen any passes under green for the top 3 positions. Not without the person in front making a mistake. So we're going to ride along here with the 08 of Christian Kendall, see if he's able to make any ground up. Going to go cockpit cam here for the 08. You guys can really hear the modulation in the throttle. You can see Mitchell Welker up there, 3.2 seconds ahead though. Mitch has just absolutely driven away over this final stint. Yeah, Christian really just kind of not really anywhere to go. Needs the 19 of Zach Passon to make a mistake here. Zach Passon not prone to do that. What Christian really doesn't want to do is absolutely destroy his tires, get them really hot. You can easily do that, but they have a really big gap to 4th place, 7.5 second gap back to the 40 car of Zach Buchanan. But since that first pit stop, it's been all fast orange Chevrolet here. This 776 of Mitchell Welker driven away since that first pit stop. Dylan Poteet down, also going to try the 3-stop strategy. I think he's, oh, yep, he sees himself bleeding time, and he's just going to bring it down pit road. See what he can do on offense, I think. That is a terrible spot to be in when you've got still about 20 laps to go and you are just plummeting and bleeding time. Excuse me, everybody, but newsflash, Christian Kendall up to second place when we were looking back there at Dylan Poteet. Zach Passon plummeting now, almost a second back of Christian Kendall already. Christian absolutely flying around the track. Let me see, while passing Zach Passon, only 1/10 slower than Mitchell Welker last time by. The lead was 3.2 seconds a lap or two ago. He's currently got it down to 2.9. He's going to really need to haul the mail if he wants to catch that 76 without a yellow or some kind of issue from the 76. Zach Passon really dropping off the pace now. 1.4 seconds behind the 08. Probably just saving his tires, knowing he has a massive gap back to Zach Buchanan here. Although Zach is absolutely flying as well. So Passon can't give up too much here to the 40 because he is coming fast. 4/10 faster than Zach Passon last lap. But it's been all Mitchell Welker all second half of this race. Definitely clinching the most laps led for the evening. Going to take home another 5 bonus points tonight. Led the most laps last week. Could have been I know Mitchell is looking back at a what could have been. He's looking at what could have been back-to-back if he did not money shift last week. But still trying to come out here tonight and rectify the situation with a W. And has pulled away from Christian Kendall the last 2 laps. Now that lead back out to 3.2 seconds. A number of guys coming down pit road for another stop, giving up on the 2-tire or the 2-stop strategy to try to make something happen, I guess. Bobby Sweeney being one of those right now, coming off of pit road. Dylan Poteet also joining the 52 of Ryan Kish on that strategy, along with Jared Wakefield, I believe. No, Jared Wakefield, no. So we have currently on that strategy Dylan Poteet, Bobby Sweeney, Jared Dixon, and Ryan Kish on the 3-stop strategy. All of those guys 1 lap down. Going to need quite a bit to come back in this one. Christian Kendall now 3.7 back. Mitchell Welker just pulling away. So we're getting pretty close to 15 to go here. And even closer to 10 to go. Well, that doesn't make sense, does it? We are, closer to 15 to go, getting close to 10. Your guy is tired tonight, boys. Both the 16 and the 84, both on newer tires, getting around the 08 of Christian Kendall here. But Christian let the gap, he has let the gap extend to 4 seconds. Man, Mitchell Welker just absolutely driving away from these guys. I think Christian just looking to limit the damage and try to make sure he stays second place tonight. Would have been quite a lot to try to hold the 76 off the entire race, as I think this guy's been the class of the field tonight, as he was last week. 40 car Zach Buchanan now struggling on those tires. 33 laps on him. These guys are just wanting to see the white and then the checkered flag and get out of here to go home. I know the 76 of Mitchell Welker wants to see that white flag. It's going to come around this time by, though, to 10 to go. Poteet running down the 52 of Ryan Kish and is able to get by him and is now in position for the lucky dog if a yellow does come out. So we are now 10 to go. Just now completing lap 126. About halfway through 127. I mean, what can I say? This 76 car has been fast since the green flag dropped. Was all over the back of Christian Kendall early on in the race. And you can kind of see exactly how fast it is, or I mean, how hard it is to pass here up front. Because you see how fast Mitchell Welker is tonight. Christian Kendall was pretty easily able to keep him behind him that entire first run. Chad Simpson starting to catch the 68. Lyle Swearingen here might have a battle on our hands for 5th place. Your championship leader really fighting tonight. Clawing up through the field. So far, a really great race here from Chad Simpson in that Duracell number 42 Chevrolet. Now on lap 130 of 136. This time by, Mitchell Welker will see the flagman with the 5 fingers, holding the 5 fingers out right now. 5 to go. This time by for Mitchell Welker. We're going to have our first start to finish green flag race of the season. At this point, I would bet probably yes. Yeah, Christian Kendall, Zach Passon, Zach Buchanan. Really begging. Come on, let's get 5 more, baby, 5 more. Chad Simpson, though, around the 68 of Lyle Swearingen into turn 1. 4, 5th place. Championship leader really came to fight tonight. So I don't think Christian will get enough points to get a rack around Chad Simpson, but we will just have to see. Going into next week's race, we've only got 3 more races to go. This is round number 7. Mitchell Welker might be kicking himself for not showing up all season, because he has been dominant in the 2 races he's shown up so far this year, or the 3 races. I think he was in another race earlier this season as well. But yeah, so far so good for Mitchell Welker. Definitely going to kick himself for not showing up the first couple weeks. '16 of Jared Dixon with the faster car, not really wanting to push the issue here on the 76 of Mitchell Welker, knowing that he is about to cross the line for 3 to go here. Only 3 more times around the track for the 76 fast orange Chevrolet. Yeah, Zach Passon now falling off 10 seconds to our leader, Mitchell Welker. Definitely just managing the gap back to the number 40, just trying to get to the checkered flag. Chad Simpson solidly in the top 5. Will Roberts currently running in 8th. Really solid run for Will to stay on the lead lap the entire race after starting in the back. '16 of Jared Dixon now around the the 76 of Mitchell Welker. This time by Mitchell Welker, we'll see Barney, the flagman, holding that white flag. He's got it in his hand. 1 lap to go here from Darlington, South Carolina for Mitchell Welker. That number 76 Fast Orange Chevrolet. Gonna get through turn 1 just fine. Not pushing the issue. Cutting down really low turn 2 to stay way off the wall. 76 of Jared Dixon gonna let him have it. Sorry, the 16 of Jared Dixon as the 76 of Mitchell Welker across the line for your winner tonight. Darlington Raceway winning the Darlington 136. Dominant performance here for that 76 car. Christian Kendall bringing it home in second place and with Scheme of the Night. So your real winner here, the 08 Sleep Token Machine. Zach Passon with a really another strong race. Finishing in third place. Zach Buchanan with a solid fourth place. And Chad Simpson, your championship leader, looking to hold on to that lead, finishing 5th place tonight after starting back in 11th. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back here in just a second with your winner, Mitchell Welker. Once he is done burning it down, I will pull him up and get an interview with the 76 car tonight. And we will preview our race for next week. There we go. There we go. We're good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have your winner, 76 car driver, Mitchell Welker, here tonight after a dominating win. Man, Mitch, what a race. That was a really dominant showing tonight. After what happened last week, I was going to say, like, how does it feel to come out here tonight and absolutely just blow the doors off of everybody and dominate the field like the way that you did tonight?
I mean, it's obviously great. I had already had Watkins Glen, in the back of my brain. Just let it be in the past. Just a simple mistake. I know I have pace, and obviously I showed it tonight. It was great to notch this one. I love Darlington. Love coming here in any car. So really cool to get that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I could really tell. I'll say you were talking about it in the Discord earlier. Definitely one of my favorite ovals. Probably one of the hardest, if not the hardest ovals to drive. I mean, how does it feel to get a win at Darlington?
It's always special. This track is just so much fun to drive, and coming here, I always feel like I have some kind of shot. So it was really cool that I was able to put together the right strategy from the get-go and executed well on pit road, both stops. So got the track position and just kind of drove away. There was nothing too complicated. The save was not too difficult. So yeah, just really pleased with the execution and glad I could get it done at probably my favorite oval.
Well, you did it in a really dominating fashion. After I was gonna say after that first pit stop, you led pretty much every single lap after every cycle. So congrats. You really showed out tonight. Is there anybody you want to thank before I let you go celebrate with your guys?
Yeah, thanks to my teammates at Project 2, keeping me company in voice as always. The Zach's had a good run. Unfortunate for Sarah, Jared. Um, Tougher nights there, but I know they'll bounce back. And Sarah showed a lot of promise tonight, especially having never come here before. So, um, yeah, glad she came back out and got some more positions. Shout out to Emily, I'm sure is watching upstairs right now. Um, Perhaps Alan if he's back home. And shout out to you. Thank you for covering us.
Yeah, hey, absolutely, man. My pleasure. It was great to see you out there dominate. I really like to see that 76 up front. Congrats again on the win. Let me see. We'll look forward to hopefully seeing you next week. I haven't looked ahead at the schedule. I probably should have.
I have not.
Let me see. We can go ahead and just take a peek at it.
It'll be Atlanta '08.
Oh yes, old
So,
Atlanta. All right. Are you looking ahead to showing up next week for Atlanta, the old
yeah,
version?
if I can, I will. That's another place I've always had great success. That place is a cheese grater like this place, so I really thrive at those kind of tracks
Absolutely.
that take a lot of precision, a lot of execution ability. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'll make it if I can.
All right, man. Well, we are looking forward to for seeing you out next week. Congrats again. Your winner, everybody, the 76 of Mitchell Welker tonight with a dominating performance. Congrats again, Mitch. We'll see you next week.
Thank you. See you then.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, dominating performance here from the 76 of Mitchell Welker. I am up against it myself, so I'm not going to be able to interview anybody else tonight. Unfortunately, I apologize. I have a couple people waiting, but I have a baby waiting. So let's go ahead and wrap up with the results. Your winner tonight, the 76 of Mitchell Welker, gets the win. Christian Kendall, looking to try to take first place back in the points, is able to come home second place. Zach Passon charging up towards that top spot in the points, going to finish third. Zach Buchanan in the 40 in fourth place after a strong night. Chad Simpson with an awesome drive from 11th place up to 5th. Jackson Robillard with a strong night finishing 6th. Lyle Swearingen fading just a little tiny bit at the end is going to bring it home in 7th place, though. Will Roberts charging up from the back of the pack, not even qualifying, staying on the lead lap and finishing 8th tonight. Dylan Poteet showing up for the first time in a little bit. Still rusty in this new car, so you'd like to see Dylan up there in 9th place. Ryan Kish with the 3-stop strategy comes home in 10th place. Bobby Sweeney with a strong night coming home in 11th place. Was running up a little higher than that before that 3-stop strategy. But really back-to-back 2 decent runs for Bobby. 12th place, Jared Dixon, 3 laps down. Strong night for Jared. Had a little bit of an issue at some point to go 3 laps down. I think pit road, might have been the issue. I can't remember exactly with Jared there. I know Jared Wakefield got into the wall early on and was kind of limping the car a little bit after that. Sarah Tessum, though, sticking with it after that lap 1 spin into the wall with no yellow flag, is still able to come home 14th, ran the rest of the laps. So awesome job, Sarah. Kyten Bommersbach disconnecting after a speeding penalty. Nicholas Sudik also disconnecting after some issues. Ryzen Baker going to finish 17th, in 8th place. Sorry, the 18th place driver. My gosh, I am struggling tonight. The 18th place driver in the number 8, Blake Warren, with his Fuel Premier Series debut tonight. 19th going to be Evan Adams in the 59 car, and to round our field off, Richard Hurst, who actually did not even start the race, so I wouldn't even count that. But that's going to round out our field tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Congrats again to the 76 of Mitchell Welker. Let's go ahead and preview again next week. Atlanta Motor Speedway, the 08 version. We got 90 laps around Atlanta. Only 3 more races. Richmond after that, and then we're going to finish the season in Auto Club Speedway. Rest in peace. Man, missed that track. But that is going to be it for us, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Matt Owens here for FRN. Thank you for joining us and watching the Fuel Premier Series from Darlington. And we'll see you guys next week at Atlanta Motor Speedway.